Hey there, sisterhood. April here, and I'm so excited to launch you into the universe of what's her superpower. Superpowers, sisterhood, secrets revealed. What's her superpower explodes onto the scene, alternating between real talk solo episodes and electrifying guest interviews. Hi, do you want to know how to get your life together? Today I've got 12 simple habits to improve your life. So don't go anywhere. Thanks so much for joining us today. And what's her superpower? I'm your host, April Childers, and we're going to be talking about, you know what, we all go through things as far as we're busy, we've got things going on, we've got work, we've got family, but today I'm going to share with you 12 simple habits to improve your life. So let's get started. First off, I want to give full credit. I saw this, I don't know about y'all, but I'm always reading some kind of articles. So today I read this article, and it is by Juliana. Let's see, let me find her name, her full name. Yeah, I maybe it's on the bottom. Okay, her name is Juliana. And we are going to go through, because this is such a good article, and I'm going to close that so it doesn't make any more noise. All right. Don't you love all the things that can go wrong when you record? So what kind of habits, and we've all got habits, and we all talk about how bad our habits are. So I had to check my time because, I do tend to go a little long. So I'm going to try to keep this moving. But what is a habit? We always think of bad habits, but we can create good habits in our lives to make our lives easier, more efficient, happier. And that's what we're going to work on today. So let's get started. The first habit: assess your current situation. It sounds so simple when you say it like that. I read it and I was like, well, duh. Because we always have to know where our starting point is. If you're going somewhere, if you're driving, yesterday I drove to Clarksville, which is about a little over an hour away from my house. Everything's just about a little over an hour. Could be an hour 15, could be an hour and a half. It's still a little over an hour. But I pulled up my maps and I put in my starting point to go to where I need to go. If I don't know what my current situation is, my current starting point, then how do I know when I get somewhere that I've accomplished my goal? Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head, seriously. But I have to because if you look at your current situation, honestly, and then you're like, oh, my current situation's not that bad. Okay, maybe my situation is not as bad as I thought it was when I have it in my head. But when I sit down and write it out, my husband, I love him, but he's always like, oh, I'm so busy. I got so much to do. I'm like, really? What do you have to do? And he'll name a couple of things. I'm like, is that it? Would you like me to go through my list? So sometimes when we don't sit down and really take stock of whatever the situation is, in our head, it is bigger than what we think it is. So you really need to sit down, figure out where you're at, so that way you can figure out where you're going and what it takes to get there. All right. So let's see. That's our first one. Assess our current situation. Next, we're going to prioritize our goals, because we can't do everything. I know, we think we can, but we cannot. So you have to decide what's important. What are those top priorities of, in your life? So you've assessed your current situation, you know where you're at. Maybe you're in a job that you hate. So maybe your top goal is to find a new job or to get the skills to qualify for a better job. So, and that's why we took our current, assessed our current situation. So we know where we're starting from, and then we can prioritize our goals. We can write them down first off. Ladies, I know y'all have got so much in your head, and you know what you want to do. It's all in your head. I am encouraging you very, very firmly to sit down and to write these things out. Write out and get you a notebook, get you a clean notebook, and it could be a simple spiral notebook. It doesn't have to be any fancy planner or journal or anything like that. It can be anything that you have to write on. Start with your current situation. Write it down. What is your current professional, your job situation? What is your current family situation? What is your current friend situation? What's your current financial situation? So all of these things need to be written down, all of these different categories. And then you're going to look at your goals. Okay. So where do those goals fall in? For all the different categories of your current situation, do you have goals in those categories? All right. And remember our SMART goal. We want them specific. We want them measurable. We want them achievable. We want them, I don't know why it is, what it is about the R that I always have trouble remembering. We want them, yeah, I'll remember it later. And T is timely. We want to put a time limit on it. All right. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to declutter our life. Oh. And I know the first thing that you're thinking about when I say that is that corner, either in your bedroom or in your bathroom. Maybe it's your bathroom sink, your countertop. Maybe it's down in your basement. For the longest, I had a pile of stuff down in my basement. As I came down the stairs, it was right in front of me. It was right by the door, the French doors to go outside. And it sat there and it sat there and it killed me every time I drove past it. I'm not a clutter person. Clutter kind of makes me twitch. I've got friends that will attest to that. So it bothered me so much. And finally one day I'm like, you know what? Today's the day. I can't take it anymore. I'm going to clean it up. So I sat down, I went through everything. I threw stuff away. I made a pile to donate. I put stuff where it belonged. I know it's a concept. And I got rid of the pile, and it makes me feel so free and so good. So, but I don't want you to get stuck on just physical clutter. Okay? Because we have emotional clutter, we have mental clutter. I talked about all the stuff that's in your head that you need to get out and get down in that on paper. So grab that notebook. I buy mine when school supplies go on sale, and I get them for 30 cents, whatever. So make sure you have plenty of notebooks around, but declutter. Maybe it's your social media. Maybe you need to declutter your life on social media. That's okay. You have my permission. If no one's told you that's okay, I give you permission. So look at your life. We did that assessment. That's why we started there. We made our assessment of our life. Where is clutter in our life? Maybe it's people. Maybe there's people in our life that are not supporting us, that are not encouraging us. They're takers, We all have takers in our lives. I don't care who you are. You have a taker in your life. It depends on you as to how much let them take. Because if you're a giver, that's just your natural process. And sometimes you just don't know how to get out of that. But I want you to know that no is a complete sentence. All right. No, I've said this before. Matter of fact, a friend of mine just put me in her newsletter for out to her people. And she said one of the favorite sayings that I said was, no is a complete sentence. I tell y'all that all the time. It's so important for you to hear me, because as women, we do things for others. We take care. We're caregivers. We take care of other people. But that doesn't mean that you need to lose yourself in that process. Okay? So look at your life, declutter your life, and look at the different aspects of it, not just the physical clutter that might be around your house. All right. But I will tell you that clutter drains you. Every time you look at it, how do you feel when you look at clutter? Ugh, that's how I feel. Ugh, it just drains me. All right. Keep yourself organized. And there's all kinds of little things. I'm not an organizer. I like my house organized. Uh, my kitchen island drives me crazy because I'll put stuff on. I can't blame all that on my husband. I put stuff on it. We get mail. It goes on the kitchen island, and my kitchen island is huge, so there's lots of place for clutter. So, but look at your life. How can you organize your life? Okay, that's huge, isn't it? It sounds so much easier than just, oh, get organized. Organize your life. How do you pay your bills? Do you pay them online? Are they automatically paid? I love that. Yeah, I love that. Most of my bills are automatically withdrawn or go to the credit card or wherever they go. Wherever they go, they get paid. I've got one bill that I have put on an automatic payment. They changed their system. It kicked me out. I've tried to get back in their system. Oh, it drives me crazy. So every month I have to put a reminder for me to sit down and I can do it online, or I can do it. I just dial in and I put my credit card in, but it irritates me every time I do it. So I've got to figure that out. But, is it your bathroom countertop? Does that need to be organized? There's lots of tools out there to organize. There's lots of tools, whether you're trying to get organized online. There's so much out there that you just need to look around. But make sure that you're using your notebook because you've assessed your life and you need to see, where do I need organization in my life? Do I want to work out every day? Is there something that if I got more organized, it would help me work out every day? Even if it's putting your workout clothes out. So the first thing you do when you get up in the morning is see those workout clothes. I set my coffee pot the night before. I make sure that my coffee is ready when I get out of bed. Because when I get out of bed, I want coffee. That's the first thing I want. I want you not to talk to me, and I want coffee. So those are two ways, that's one of the ways that I organize my life. All right. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. Now, I'm not reading all the stuff. Y'all really need to read this article that she wrote, because she did a great job with it. I'm not reading word for word, what she wrote. I'm going by the 12 points because I just love her 12 points. But maintain a healthy lifestyle. And that is not just to say, oh, you need to eat better. So a healthy lifestyle is just that. It is a lifestyle. I try not to use the D word. It is a 4-letter word, and every woman at one point or the other has been on a diet. We all know it. We all hate it, but we do it. We continue to do it. We try this diet. We try that diet. To me, I would rather have a healthy lifestyle. And if that includes maybe keto, then that's what I do. I like it. I like the flexibility of it. I avoided it for years. And I just finally got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'll try it. A friend of mine did it and she lost a lot of weight. And I was like, okay. So, but along with eating right, I also exercise every day. I go for a walk just about every day. I can tell when I lay in bed at night whether I've walked that day, regardless of whether my dog's mad at me or not. But my legs twitch. I have restless leg syndrome. And if I do not walk during the day, then my legs twitch at night. It's very distracting and it's hard to sleep. So, so between eating better, not saying that I never eat bad food. Yeah, anybody that knows me knows better. Not saying that I never have a drink. Anybody that knows me knows better. I'm not trying to act like I'm better than you or that I have great self-control. For me, I know that I'm an all or nothing kind of girl. Either this is going to be my lifestyle or it's not. Now, if that's my lifestyle, that's not saying that we're going on vacation in Maine in July. For the most part, I will stay with my keto eating plan because it's very flexible and it's very easy. Will I have some drinks? Yes, I will. Are they on my diet? No. But, and like I said, I don't like the word diet. It is a lifestyle. So, along with my eating right, my exercise, I try to journal every morning. I read the Bible. I sit and have my quiet time. That is my time to kind of get my mind, have my coffee, slowly get going, just spend some time reflecting on my gratitude. And that is part of my healthy lifestyle because that is for me. If I'm feeling out of sorts, I like to go to the chiropractor. I like a massage. Some people think that's indulgent. Okay, that's your opinion. My body just needs it and appreciates it. So if that is your part of your healthy lifestyle, then good for you. If it's not, good for you. Getting enough sleep, drinking enough water. You'll see me all the time with my water bottle. So there's so much to a healthy lifestyle. It's not one thing or the other. It is an all-encompassing lifestyle. Okay. Improve your time management skills. Oh, bless her heart. She must have wrote this one just for me. Sometimes it's hard. And for you ladies that are out there that have a full-time job and you have a family at home and you're doing homework with kids, my hat is off to you. I don't know how you do it. My husband and I say all the time, we don't know how we had time to work. There was a lot of other things that we didn't do because we were working, right? I know a lot of y'all can appreciate that. But now that we're retired, it's still, time just flies by. And I hate to tell you this, but the older you get, the faster time goes. So that's one of those things that you want to make the most. Don't look back and regret. We never regret the things we did. We regret the things we didn't do. So keep that in mind when you are balancing your time. We went from a fast-paced, do-everything world to a sudden stop. And we were at a sudden stop. We were at all stop for, a year and a half? And people came out of that, and I don't know if they felt like they had to catch up because all of a sudden we went from 0 to 100 in 0.3 milliseconds. And the world has just taken off at a crazy pace. And you can see it. You watch the news and people are shooting each other. They got drive-by, they got hit and runs, they got, just all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. But I think sometimes we get so caught up in everything else that we lose track of who we are. And part of that is our time management skills. Some people like to time block between this time and this time. This is what I'm going to do. I like to set timers. I find it very effective for me. I can give myself 30 minutes to go through my social media, answer, post, do that kind of stuff. When the timer goes off, I move on to something else. I can give myself, 5 minutes. If folding laundry, if you hate folding laundry, set yourself a timer. Set it for 2 minutes. Stand there for 2 minutes and fold laundry and move on. Try it. I mean, what do you have to lose? But, just be smart when you set, time deadlines for yourself. Make them realistic. Don't put so much pressure on yourself that you're causing yourself more stress. And sometimes just stop and enjoy. Just stop. They say stop and smell the roses. Stop and hug your kid. Stop and smell the roses if you want. Stop and go with your husband and play a round of golf. Just stop. Stop. Okay. I told you I was going to try. I'm only on 7. All right. So set up a support system. Okay. Have that, ladies. You need a girl tribe. Yeah, I'm just telling you, men. I love them to death, but you need a girl tribe. You need that support system to say, girlfriend, you can do that, or girlfriend, you were so wrong when you did that. Because women will tell you before anybody else will. I'm serious. All right, let me get going. Get your finances in order. Oh, look back at number 1. Assess your life. Take inventory of where you're at. Are your finances in order? Do you have a budget? Do you have a savings? Do you have 6 months worth of living expenses in an account? Do you have an emergency fund? An emergency fund should be at least $1,000. So set that up first and then go from there. Do you have any investments? Does the company you work for offer a 401k program? Are you missing out on free money? Do they match? So many things go into your finances. And if you don't know where to start, find someone that will help you. Find an advisor, a financial planner, something like that. Just make sure don't pay them anything up front, okay? Because most of those, they work for companies and, you don't have to pay them up front. And if they're asking for money up front, I think I'd find another one. Okay. What's the next one? Practice self-care regularly. We talked about a healthy lifestyle. Part of that is self-care. I don't care what anyone tells you, because self-care is not selfish. We cannot pour from an empty cup. And as women, we give so much. We have to take that time for ourselves, whether it's going to have a cup of coffee with a friend, going for a massage, just taking a hot bath at home. We have to do self-care because we just give so much and it drains us. All right. I hate to run through these. I probably could have done an episode each of these. Maybe I'll go back. Drop me some comments and let me know if you'd like to hear more about a particular subject that I've covered today. You'd like me to go more in depth, because I can do that. All right. Be open to failure and learn from it. Shoot for the stars, shoot for the moon, and land upon the stars. Okay. If you don't try, you'll never know. There is no growth in your comfort zone. They call it the comfort zone for a reason. That's not where we grow, and that's not where we live. Okay? So you got to get out. You got to try new things. You can be afraid, but you need to do it anyway, whatever it is. And only you know that. Focus on gratitude. We talked about the healthy lifestyle. These are one of the things that I have included in my healthy lifestyle. That's my quiet time in the morning, my time for gratitude. Whether I write it in a journal, I pray about it, I meditate on it, however that looks that particular day. And at the end of the day, as I'm relaxing and I'm in bed and I'm trying to go to sleep, I say my prayers and I thank God and you can thank whoever you want. So, but I thank for everything that I'm grateful for, everything that has been blessed to me in my life. So whatever your belief is. All right. And number 12, review and readjust as needed. I love that because we are not locked in to, if we were, how many astronauts and ballerinas would be out there? Because when we're kids, everybody says, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a ballerina. I'm lucky to chew gum and walk at the same time. I could never have been a ballerina, but our life is our life. And the great thing about it is that it is, we can readjust as we go. That's the great thing about setting our goals. Like I had a goal to be down to 140 by April 15th. I am not making that goal. I told you I was an all or nothing girl. I started. I didn't quite get there. Now I'm in a contest with some friends, so I will get there. It's just not going to be by April 15th. So I've adjusted my goal but I continue pressing forward with it. So I'll get there, but it just won't be when I thought I was going to get there to start. But don't be so hard on yourself. We're very quick to give others grace, but we're not very quick to give ourselves grace. So I ask of you that you give yourself a little grace. And if your goals need to be adjusted, your budget needs to be adjusted, your lifestyle needs to be adjusted, that's okay. And don't let anybody tell you that it's not. All right. That is the 12 habits that we can do to improve our life. And let me see. Juliana Poplin, Poplin. She did such a great job with this article. So y'all look it up. It is called How to Get Your Life Together, 12 Simple Habits to Help Improve Your Life. So, great article. Thank you, Juliana. Thank you to everyone out there listening. I always enjoy talking to y'all. Have a great day. Be blessed. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye. See you next episode of What's Her Superpower. Bye. Forget unicorns. Unlock your true potential with actionable tips, inspiring stories, and a whole lot of laughs. Join the mission. Subscribe now. Find your own What's Her Superpower. Join the mission.